Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's car boot haul. It's from 2 car boot sales, so this is all from the first one, and then later on I'll show you the stuff from the second one. Firstly, apologies if this seems a bit rushed. I'm a bit pushed for time. And second apology if you can hear my neighbour's hedge trimmers. Obviously, as soon as I decide recording, somebody starts cutting their hedge, but so be it. These things are sent to try us. First thing then, from Easter Compton car boot sale, I got 4 of the IKEA Droner boxes. I don't know what this print is. Cherry Blossom, maybe, but it's blue, so not sure. Japanese Cherry Blossom kind of print. 4 of those. They were a £5. That lady was still setting up. They were the first thing she pulled out of her boot, and I was like, I'll have those, thank you. I don't know. I don't think they're as resellable as, for example, the yellow flowered ones or the Cath Kidston ones are, but we'll find out. They've got to be worth more than a £5. Okay, this then is my filler bag from Steve. So my filler bag is £3, and in my £3 I've got an Emma Bridgewater Big Love photo album, either unused or they've only put photos in and never written in it, because there's nothing written on any of the pages. Each of the pages has 2 slots for photos. I'm not sure how well you can make that, and then a little bit here where you can write some details. There's nothing written on it, so possibly unused. That was in my filler bag for £3. Also in today's filler bag, Spanish language course. I've got to stop picking up language courses because they don't seem to sell as well as they used to. Perhaps people have given up learning other languages. I blame the foreigners, said she, very tongue-in-cheek, and the reason I blame the foreigners is because almost every country you go to now, they speak such great English that we don't bother trying anymore. So I blame them for being too good at other languages. We don't bother trying to learn any languages because we don't need to, because we're lazy. When I picked these up, I assumed they were mailing bags, but I'm not 100% sure now because they've got ventilation holes here. I mean, I'm not sure what they would originally be used for, but I will certainly use them for mailing bags. And I've just got a little wadge of them. They were in the filler bag, and I was like, do you know what? They will work for mailing bags. So there's a little wadge of black plastic. Not entirely sure what the original purpose was. A little watch of those, they'll be useful. In fact, no point in putting them in the to list bag, is there? Let's put them away with the mailing bags. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Also in there was this comforter, which is H&M. I'm not sure whether that's the original design or whether that's been added, because it's not been sewn on in a factory. So either it's not the original design, it's been added, or it's come off and been restitched at some point. Maybe there's a very, very bare patch underneath, I don't know, but I just chucked it in for my filler bag. A book for Natalie. Looks like the kind of thing she would enjoy, The Outcasts of Time. It's a very small filler bag today. Trichotherapy by Philip Kingsley, scalp treatment. Soothing scalp mask calms and hydrates dry and stressed scalps. Now I do get dry scalp issues. It says use when scalp is feeling particularly dry or damaged and immediately after sun exposure. Dampen the hair, apply to the scalp in partings approximately 1 inch apart. Work from the front of the head to the back, gently massage in. I don't even know how much, it feels very light, so perhaps there's almost nothing left in it. Oh no, there's 2 unused, it's 2 tiny tubes, that's why it feels very light. I don't know, maybe resellable, maybe I'll use it on my own scalp, who knows. A hip flask. Now, possibly completely worthless. I don't think it's branded in any way. I don't think it's silver. It's just a chrome and leather hip flask. But filler bag. It's a very small filler bag. A marble ashtray. Might get 10 or 15 quid for that, Josh reckons. And last, and probably least, paper chase post-it note set, which I'll probably use myself. Unless anybody out there's going, oh my god, I love that, I must have it. I might take it to work and use it there. So yeah, that's my filler bag. So that wasn't huge, but as you know, filler bag's £3. That should be a tenner, so worth doing. And then if my marble ashtray takes off, even better. Oh, I think that's the pen. I don't know if that pen came out of my notepad set. It looks like it might have done because there is some gold trim in there and there is a pen loop. So we'll pop that back in. Also from Steve, where is it? It's under here. Also from Steve, a vintage whisk. Not sure of age on that one. It says made in England, so that means it's not new because we don't make stuff anymore, do we? Yeah, 1 vintage rotary whisk. A Cath Kidston Stars mug. This is the Churchill Queen's shape. Churchill Queen's, make your mind up, one or the other. It's the Queen's one. And an eel mug with an unusual decorative rim £2 each she wanted on the mugs. I ended up giving Steve a tenner, and that was for my filler bag, these bits, and these two. So that's a vintage pot holder with Snoopy on it, Snoopy and Peanuts, and a deluxe travel Scrabble. Hopefully all the bits are there. The one thing about buying little Scrabble sets is you can never be 100% sure that all the pieces are there. If you're ever wondering how many tiles should there be in my Scrabble, the answer is 100. Scrabble has 100 tiles. So I will count that a bit later on. It's a deluxe vintage travel Scrabble. Travel, that'll do. Close enough, Carla. Travel Scrabble, that's it. So that was all from Steve. I bought another little travel Scrabble, the pocket kind, from the lady who does 3 things for £1. So I had this and another one in cinnamon apple that's in my car already. Don't need to put that away to be listed. 50p for an Old Guys Rule travel coffee mug. I sell these Old Guys Rule mugs quite often. So 50p for that one. £4 from the house clearance guy for some funny face vegetable pots. I've got celery. There's celery. It's Price and Kensington. I had a look and there were several different ones that did similar designs, but that one's Price and Kensington. This one is also P&K, beetroot and cucumber. But both beetroot and cucumber have had... don't know what that is. They've had a little nick to the ear. I don't know if you can see it just on the top of the ear there. There's a little dink. And cucumber's got the same issue. Just a tiny little paint chip. So that will lower what I can get for them. But celery's alright. He's not broken yet. He's got to survive living with me for a bit, so he might not make it. There was a nice lady, I bought a new dog bed for Molly, and it looks practically unused. I'm hoping that just her dog didn't like it. But it was huge, it's £3, but it's already in Molly's corner, so you can't see that. But also from her I bought an Alan Titchmarsh gardening mug. This one's Whatever the Weather. I've sold one of the Alan Titchmarsh ones recently. So they have the little anti-bug mug lid on there as well, which doubles as a coaster. And also from that same lady, a grow egg, which is still in its box. I don't know if it's new in box or whether it's been replaced in box after use. No, it's new. It's new and still in all its packaging. So that was a very nice lady. I don't know if she'll have done particularly well today because her modus operandi was, oh, make me an offer. Give me whatever you want for it. And people are going to go, 5p. I didn't because I'm nice and generous. And although I'm tight and I like to haggle, I don't like to take the mick. So when I said how much did she want for the dog bed, and I said, and she said, make me an offer, and I was like, oh, 3, and she was like, oh, that's fine. So then I didn't take the piss over the other stuff, you know. Now, I blame Dave for this one. Dave at ABL Reselling, Dave O'Keefe, because I keep watching him and he keeps picking up these pure speakers. I have no idea. No idea. It's tech. It's tech. This is the Contour 100 Di. It was £4. I believe it's got a radio antenna, so it's a radio as well. No idea. Zero knowledge about this thing that I have bought. It was £4. Hopefully £4 is a reasonable amount to pay for this. Got to stop watching other resellers and going, oh, I'll buy that. Unless it's worth £1 million, in which case, yay for me. This is for me to have a go with. This is an instant teeth whitening tooth polisher, iWhite. It's brand new in its box, still sealed. I have been looking for things along this line because I hate my teeth. I'm very, very self-conscious about my teeth. Watching yourself on a video does not make you feel any better about your teeth, believe me. So I'm going to give this a go. And a pair of Crocs sandals for £2. 2 lemony snickets. I've got a little list in my phone of the ones I need, and these were still on the list. That doesn't mean the list is up to date because I may not have ticked them off last time. But 2 of those, they were 50p each. A couple of books for my mother. The lady was doing 3 for £1, so I got her a Ration Book Christmas. Village School by Miss Red. I've read all the Miss Red ones. They're very good. And Christmas Carols and a Cornish cream tea. I don't know if she wants to read Christmas books in the middle of summer, but who knows. I don't expect she'll mind. Thought this was interesting. I have no idea if there's any value in this. It's Kitchen, and it's a Pablo Picasso jar. It was £1.50. There he is. If I could find my phone, I could look him up. There it is. Hang on, bear with. Well, there's a Carlos, and that's up for £21.99. Let's have a look at sold. No exact matches. Mrs. Edelman has gone for under £13 they took an offer. So it shows that there is some value in them, although perhaps not enough for me to retire on. That's the only two that I can find. I also got this large Harry Potter hardback. Now Natalie I think has got this one, and Tammy's got, I think they only brought out the Harry Potters, I think they've only brought out the first 3 in this illustrated hardback design. And I think Tammy's got 2 of them. Hopefully this is the one she hasn't got. If not, I'll resell it. It cost me £1. If I need to resell it, that's great. But you know, if Tammy needs it, even better. And then a little bundle of clothing for £5, all plus size. All possibly will fit me. Might possibly be good for work. Some of it won't be going to be good for me because of the colour. But so first up, Evans burgundy blouse. Bit of a decor neckline, possibly not my bag, that one. God, I'm not sure which way's up on this one, bear with. Hold the line, caller. I've gone round it twice and still haven't come to the top. Let's try it upside down. If I try it upside down, that means that must be the top. So it's a kind of a chiffon wrap overlayer on top of a jersey bottom, and that's Evans as well. That one I will try on, but it's sleeveless. I like a bit of a sleeve. This one, there'd be no point me trying on because you cannot even begin to imagine the colour. Well, you can, look. Doesn't suit me in the slightest. But that's Evans as well. I tend to steer away from anything in a lime or yellow. Those kind of tones just make me look very yellow. A Yours Clothing Christmas t-shirt, which says, hands off my puds. So £5 for all of this little clothing bundle. And then a polka dot swimming costume. The wire's already poking through on that. That needs a bit of repair because the underwire's poking out. Vicious underwire. It has no straps, and I'm not sure whether it's meant to have straps and they're missing. Yeah, I think there's a little elastic bits for straps, but I could probably put the straps on from another costume if I wanted to, and if it would suit me. It is a skirted long top with an underbrief. An underbrief? You don't have an overbrief, do you? You know what I mean. That's it from the first boot sale. Let's have a look at the next lot. So if you thought the first lot was small, this lot's teeny tiny. This is Trench Lane, and it was a decent sized boot sale today, but I think I had switched off from buying by the time I got there. I did pick up for 50p some fox repellent for Mum for the garden. Proven to deter foxes and unwanted wildlife from lawns, gardens and patios without harming them. So I think she'll probably only use it for a front garden. She's getting a bit of fox poo on the front lawn on regular intervals. So try that. For £2, some No Sugar Company keto bars. It's not full. There were originally 12 in the pack. It has got in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there were originally 4 cookie dough and 8 chocolate peanut butter, and there are now 3 cookie dough, 6 chocolate peanut butter. I've never tried these. They are 200 and something calories each. But I'm willing to give them a go. I didn't check whether they were in date, of course. Yeah, they're in date. They've got really good reviews on their own website, but then what can you tell by somebody's own website? It's alright. It's alright. I might see if Lex likes them, and if she likes them, maybe I'll send them across to her. From my point of view, I don't think it's worth 200 plus calories. For 200 calories, I can have a Kit Kat, you know? Anyway, they were £2, so £2.50 for these 3. So there's a Russian doll with lots of layers. Hang on, 5 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layer Russian doll. And then this one, which is a Disney one. No, it's not. It's Winnie the Pooh, but it's not. Not so Disney. It's plainly made in like another country, not this country. And it's a little damaged. But we've got Piglet there. He's the smallest layer. He goes inside Owl. Owl goes inside Eeyore. Eeyore sits inside Tigger. Tigger's got a split at the side there. I don't know if I'll be able to repair that. And Tigger fits inside Pooh Bear. But Pooh Bear, I think, is slightly warped because he doesn't fit tight at all. He's not split, but he's not snug. He's not a snug fit. Still quite an interesting thing. No idea where it would have been from. And maybe somebody will love it. And the other thing out of that £2.50 bundle is a zippy wallet. Official licensed product of Fremantle Media. I bought a Kath Kister mug for £1. That's got quite a lot of dust inside it. Some empty Pandora packaging for 50p. 3, what are these called? Monster High. 3 Monster High dolls. They were 3 for £2. God knows which ones they are. I mean, I don't recognise any of them. I don't know any of their names. But 3 of those for £2. This one was £1 and I bought her, I think this is Skipper. I think she's Barbie's little sister and I think she's called Skipper. And I have no idea whether Skipper is worth buying or not, but she was £1. Excuse Kai barking in the background. And the very last, but by no means least item for £3, £2.50 even. £2.50 was this really nice Peruna coat. It's actually really, really lovely. It feels nice. It's got all its buttons. It's got a really nice satin lining. It's a really lovely thing. That's it. That is the haul and all of the haul. I didn't feel like buying by the time I got to Trench Lane and my buy mode was switched off, and that's annoying because I could feel that I was walking past stuff and not bothering to look properly. So having said that, I did spend the day buying yesterday as well. I went to another car boot sale yesterday and charity shops, so maybe in my heart of hearts I knew that I did not need the stock. I do not need the stock. Thank you for joining me. Again, as always, if you've seen anything that's taken your fancy, do feel free to drop me a message. My email address is always in the description box. And I will be back soon with another haul. Take care. Bye for now.